Hi, welcome to Wednesday. Let's get started on the letters right away. There's quite a few of them, which I love. Okie doke. This gal writes, Dear Mrs. Winkowski, are some of the people I see in my dreams ghosts communicating with me? On a handful of occasions, I've had dreams where the person of whom I'm dreaming has a particular quality that is strikingly different from my usual dreams. They feel present, is the best way I can describe it. The ones I remember best are my grandmother and grandfather. Once it was my dog. They didn't do anything unusual. They didn't impart any particular information. It felt like they were just visiting because maybe they missed me too. It hasn't happened in a while, so I've assumed that they have moved on to the light. The ghosts that you are seeing in your dreams, or the people that you're seeing in your dreams, are people that have crossed over into the white light. So, yeah, your grandma, your grandpa, your dog, whoever, they are definitely already there. They didn't have to cross into the white light. The spirits that are earthbound, or spirits that have not gone into the white light, I call earthbound. The spirits that have crossed over, they are where they're supposed to be. Heaven, whatever you perceive that to be. Is there any way for me to find out any more about them? When you dream of somebody, you can talk to them. So the next time you have a dream of your grandma or grandpa, ask them how they're doing. Ask them, all kinds of questions. You're still not going to know the lottery numbers, but you can ask them, all kinds of things that you want. And your little thing about the dog, animals come back in your dreams too, so that's absolutely positively it can work. This one, I started hearing music 2 to 4 times a week when I would lay down to go to sleep. And although it doesn't happen as often as it used to, I still hear the music at least 1 to 2 times a week. Lately, the last couple of weeks, I'm hearing a voice also. The voice sounds like my next door neighbor, but it is definitely not her. I'm hearing footsteps, and I could swear in the Bible I've heard what sounds like somebody opening my door to my apartment. I've gotten up and checked several times, and of course the door hasn't been opened. In a firm manner, I've told whoever it may be to leave. Obviously, I'm writing to you, so that didn't work. Is there someone here, or am I losing my darn mind? Okay, keyword here, apartment. When you live in a building that has more than one family living in it, it's a haven for earthbound spirits because they can go into your unit, the unit above you, next door to you. The music you hear is actually pretty common. A lot of people do hear music from earthbound spirits. They also hear voices. If there's more than one voice, it's not clear. It sounds like a buzzing, like a beehive. But those are all earthbound spirits. And you are probably right. It could sound like the door is opening. There could be footsteps in your hallway. And the one thing you did that was not a good thing, you told them to leave. They're not going to listen to you. At that point, they know, you know, they're there. So they're going to do anything they can to aggravate you at that point, scare you at that point. So stop talking to them. Anybody that lives in, again, a building, a house with more than one family, get a smudge stick. And if you smudge at least once a week, especially in the front of your door, somebody is going to walk through that door and they're going to go, ooh, don't like the energy in here, and that will stop it. So no, happy to tell you, you are not losing your mind. Hello, Marianne. My dad died, and I believe his spirit was in my house for a while. I heard banging, slamming cabinet doors, and loud footsteps, all when I was home alone. I believe my son encountered him the night he died. I yelled at my dad to leave, and I haven't had any other related sounds or sightings. I moved in with my mom for a short time, and when I moved back home, I believe Dad followed me from my mom's house. Over the last few weeks, things have been happening again. My son's books were knocked off his bookshelf, things are missing, and this morning I found my cigarettes in my daughter's room after I left them on the coffee table the night before. I'm becoming a little frightened. Can ghosts move things? I don't mind him being here if it's him, but is there something I can do to get him to stop doing these things? Couple of things here. If it is your father and he has not crossed over, why would he do this to you? Why would he knock the books off your son's shelf? Why would he try to scare you? Why would he cause noises in your house? Spirits that have crossed over come back and forth all the time, and they cause absolutely no trouble. And you've done the same thing the lady before you did in the last letter. Don't talk to them. And this is probably not your father. This is somebody else. So the two things that I suggest: have the house blessed by an ordained priest or minister. Do not throw holy water around. That's only going to make it worse. And use a smudge stick. Smudge sticks work. You just have to do them at least every 2 weeks for them to stay like that. Unless you're in an apartment with a whole bunch of families, then I would suggest doing it at least once a week. The last question is, can earthbound spirits make you feel like you're paralyzed at night, where you cannot move? If you have an earthbound spirit in your house that's a bit of a pervert, and if he was a pervert when he's alive, he's going to be a pervert when he's dead. If they lay on top of you or hold your arms down or your hands down, yes, it can feel like you're paralyzed, like you cannot move. And that's just not acceptable to me. I think that's all about wrong. So what I suggest, if you think this is happening at least twice or 3 times a week, smudge your bedroom. I know people will put sea salt everywhere and holy water. No, smudge your bedroom. Smudge your bathroom, because if he's holding you down in bed at night, he's probably watching you in the shower too. So just common sense. Use the smudge stick and see if that doesn't help. And that is it for today. We will talk next week. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye-bye.